Hello, hey everyone, how we're doing today. I thought I'd come on really quick and give someone a blessing today because I feel someone needs a blessing, and it came upon my spirit to really bless someone today, and that's the reason why I'm on. So as you know, I do my videos spiritually led, and I just wanted to hop on really quick. So while you guys are jumping on, please do say hey and let me know who's on and where you watching from. And for those of you who are on the replay, also please do, hey, I see someone on. Hey Melvin, how you doing? You know, like I said, please do let me know who's on and where you coming in from, so that way I can get started. I feel someone needs a blessing today. Maybe that may be you, if you catch me on the live or whether it's via the replay. But this message goes out to someone today who may need it. So if you know someone and it's not you, please do like and share so that way they can get this information as well. It was brought on my spirit today. I'm gonna wait a few minutes while people coming in because I haven't been on for a while. So, you know, I know there's gonna be some people that, you know, haven't seen me on and like, hey, how you doing? You know, like I said, for those of you who are joining me live, please do let me know who's on and where you coming in from, as well as the replay viewers. I'm gonna wait a few minutes before everyone logs in before I go on to my message, because it's going to be deep. It is going to be deep. And so this message is for people who really want to up level in their life. Hey Leticia, how you doing, babes? This video is going to be for people who are looking for a blessing in their life, someone who just needs change in their life, or just, you know that there's something bigger and better that you could be doing. However, you're just kind of stuck, not knowing what that is or how to start or where to go. And I see a few of you on, so please do, you know, let me know who's on. Say hey to your girl, and let's get started. Because I'm here to bless someone today. And my allergies are like really kicking my butt today. I've been having some really bad allergies due with the pollen and everything. So it's around that season, right? Well, while I got a few of you on and I am, you know, waiting for more of you to show up, I wanted to come on today and speak about our blessings and what are blessings. What do you consider to be a blessing, right? Because many of us, we always asking for a blessing or a miracle to come into our lives because of the fact that we may be, you know, going through some things, or maybe you just don't like what you're currently at in your life right now and you want a change. So, you know, you just kind of put yourself in, who's that just came in? I just seen somebody else pop in. Please do say hi because I cannot see your names and I cannot see who's coming in. Oh, hey, mamas, how you doing, my fishy face? I love you, babes. Hi. Okay, so what I want to say, excuse me, I'm sorry, I have allergies really bad today, and I just been all over, but I'm here to give someone else a blessing. So if that's you, stick around. And, you know, for those of you who are on a replay viewers as well, you know, stick to the end, because this is going to go in a little deep. And like I said, this is spiritually led for me coming in to this broadcast, and also letting you know that I love you too, baby. Also letting you know about blessings. You know, how do we get a blessing? How do we create blessings? How are, someone else just came in. Hi Delia, how you doing, baby? You know, there's, thank you for the hearts, sweetie. I'm not sure which one was that. My phone is not letting me know who is liking, hearting, who's on. This is not right? But anyway, let's get through this, ladies, because I'm not here for me. I'm here for you guys. And I really feel someone needs to hear this. This is I titled this a blessing because most of us, we all asking for a blessing, right? We all want a blessing. We all want to create a miracle in our lives. So we all expecting something to happen in our lives, so that way we can either move to the next level, or we can get out of the current situation we in, or we can stop living the lifestyle that we're living because there's something much greater and we just don't know how to get to that level of point. I know I'm in a different location. I'm kind of in my sacred corner. This is my sacred corner, and I'm going to get into that too. while we're going through this broadcast and talking about blessings and how we create our blessings. I gave away the secret right there. Creating our blessings. What is a blessing? A blessing is something that happens in disguise, right? You know how they say blessings in disguise, something that, comes in a miraculous way that you didn't have the power to really create this type of miracle happening into your life and into existence just out of, clear air, just a blessing coming in. And what I mean by that is that, how you doing, Hussam? Hussam, did I say it right? I hope I said your name correctly. If I didn't, I apologize. But thank you for joining. Also, blessings, they come from, from and through us, to and through us. And the reason why I say that is because many people do not know where blessings come from. You asking for a blessing. You want a blessing to come into your experience. However, you hope and wish and praying for it to come in. However, do you notice that every time you pray for something, sometimes it might not come in. It might not happen. Or if it does happen, it ends up happening way later or after, you kind of hoped and wished for it. And then it didn't come the way you wanted. It came up from a different direction. Do you get me, right? So we're going to be covering all of that today. So a blessing is something we create. We create our blessings, whether you realize that or not. You're creating your blessings and your miracles. You are constantly manifesting your miracles and blessings as much as you creating your pains and struggles. So if you're someone who's living in pain and struggle, do you know that you are creating that into your life? And you may say, no. Why are you telling me that I am the one creating my mess? Because we do create our mess. We create our mess as much as we create our blessings. And the reason why we create our mess is because we constantly focus, thinking, feeling, taking action towards the things that does not serve us. Whether you acknowledge or aware of that or not, you are constantly manifesting. Like you're manifesting right now. You're manifesting in this very moment right now. Everything that you are thinking, feeling, and going towards is what is creating your blessings or your messes. And how I know that to be true is because I have created a lot of mess in my life and I had to clean it up. Hi, Delina. How are you? Thank you for joining me, sweetie. And, we are constantly creating this mess because of the thoughts that we constantly focus upon, the emotions we constantly focus upon. If you feel that you are in a place in your life that you just can't seem to be getting things right, thank you guys for the hearts and likes. It means so much. Hey, Shayna, how you doing, sweetie? If you are constantly in your thoughts and in your feelings and you're moving towards certain things, that is what's creating your reality right now. So, you can say, well, there's so many bad things happening in this world, which is very true. And how could people just be creating this mess towards them? Or how could bad things happen to good people? Or why do things happen? Good morning, Hussein. My subject is blessings. So we're going to be talking about blessings, manifesting, how we're manifesting our blessings and our messes. Good morning, Binta. Hi, Rachel. How you doing, sweetie? So we are constantly creating our mess. And how I know this to be true is because I've created a lot of mess in my life as well. I went through things in my life that, I don't wish upon no one, not even my worst enemy. However, I overcame those, things that I went through. I overcame the obstacles, the triumphs, the turmoils. I overcame a lot of mess in my life due to the fact of me really getting aligned with who I am, what I'm doing. Delina says, you're welcome, Angie. This message is right on time. I was just pondering about this topic and situations in my life and questions about blessings. Well, honey, this message is for you. This message is for you, Delina, because it was on my heart to come on and do a live in spirit. You know, I do my videos spiritually led. I'm unscripted. That's why sometimes I'm like, you know, getting ready to say certain things, but I'm not sure if the audience is ready for it. So I have to hold myself a little back. However, if you get in touch with me, we could go into more details and into depth of what I'm speaking about. So thank you, Delina, for coming on. And I hope this message really serves you. And I know it will, as it has served me when I was going through tough times in my life and struggles and pains, and really getting into alignment was what helped me to set things straight and create blessings into my life with all the pains and struggles that I was facing. Because let's face it, life is never going to be perfect. You're never going to have it all together. You're not going to know how to do everything, you know, or even when you want to get to that next level, you don't really have the answers for all of that just at that moment. However, you're going to feel, you're going to know, you're going to have an understanding, you're going to feel an awareness that something needs to be changed, or something needs to be expressed, or there needs to be a bigger part of you, right? There's a bigger part of you that's just yearning and rumbling in your stomach that wants to be exposed and wants to come about. However, we keep it inside because we feel unworthy or undeserving. And, you know, I really feel that comes from convicted beliefs, you know, beliefs that someone else put onto us, you know, beliefs that we keep attracting those type of things to come into our life because of the fact that, you know, someone else wanted us to be that. Someone else, you was trying to please, you know, your mother, your father, your sisters, your brothers, whoever, you know, or your kids, or whoever it may be. You know, you're trying to please too many people, and you're doing a disservice to them as well as yourself, because you're not fully playing in your power. You're not creating. You are in a state of like distractions. You know, you're constantly in turmoil and struggles and pains because you're battling who you truly are to your core. You're battling what you could really be given off in this world, or what can you become in this world. I believe that a lot of people do have, hi Juanita, how you doing, babes? I do believe that there are a lot of people who really don't know who they are to their core. They don't know. They don't know because they have convicted beliefs of what someone else told them to be true about themselves. So you feel unworthy and deserving of the things that you can actually be doing because you are not being true to who you really are. Does that make sense? You know, I know that when I began this journey, and I said to myself, you know, there's so much that I want to be doing. Is that Gigi? How you doing, babes? I can't see. Oh, Diana, I am so sorry. Hi, Diana. How are you, sweetie? So there are times where, you know, well, I was just getting off track. Well, there are times where I felt that I wasn't aligned with who I truly wanted to become, and I was doing the things that I thought I should do, not the things that I wanted to do. I did the things that I thought I should be doing, which it didn't serve me no purpose. However, it did help me to learn who I was actually becoming in the process and what I really actually wanted to experience into my reality. So when I really, hey, Busted Queen. So when I really wanted to upgrade in my life, upgrade to my next level, you know, it took me to get into solitude. It really like had me in a place in my life where I felt I was alone. And let me tell you, this journey is lonely. It is very, very lonely. However, there are people that you can connect with, and just like me, you know, you have me here. There are people that you can connect with that can help you to get to your next level, that can elevate your mindset, because they're at a level where your mindset is. You're attracting the same, you know, frequency, not the same things, the same frequency as someone who wants what it is that they want for their life just as much as you do. Thank you, Diana, for the hearts and likes. And also, there comes a time in your life where you feel that, I seen the hearts and likes. Sometimes I can see who likes, but then there's times I can't. So if that's, I guess that comes from people who probably you're not friends with. But let's not get off track, right? I believe that when you surround yourself around people who are up-leveling their life, who are going and striving and thriving for whatever it is that they want. I'm in that place. This is great time. And yes, Diana, it is. I'm so honored for that as well, Diana. Thank you, because I really came on here spiritually led, and I already have a few people saying this was, dead on with what they're feeling, because I really feel that everyone wants a blessing, right? We all want a blessing. We all want a miracle. We all want something great in our lives. And we want to get to that next level. And this is where I'm going to come in a little deeper at. Okay? Because some of you might understand where I'm coming from and some of you might not. And if you feel like you don't understand but you want to, please instant message me so that way we can talk a little bit more as well. That's the best way to reach out to me. Okay, so do you believe that you create your reality? Are you someone who really think that you create your own reality, or are you someone who thinks that everything is just happening to you? Well, everything is always happening through and to us, because whatever we give out is what we get back. How I know that to be true is because of the fact that I said I went into solitude. I went into deep meditating, getting to know who I am on a deeper level, going within, knowing who I am, what I want, where I'm going, who I'm to serve. And those were the same questions that I was asking God, our creator. What is it that I'm meant to do? Why am I here? What do you have me to do here? Who am I to serve? What am I supposed to be doing? What is my life assignment? See, many of us, we go through our day-to-day life, just doing the mundane things, just thinking that we know what we're supposed to do, what we should be doing, what this one wants from us, what that one wants from us, where we need to go, what we need to do. And we're steady doing, and ain't getting nowhere in life. And that does a disservice to us. And that's what creates the pains and struggles. However, when you start, and remember, these blessings and messes all come from what you're thinking constantly, what you're focusing upon, what you're feeling emotionally, and what actions you're taking. So these three things are what you're supposed to be focused upon and raising your vibrations. So what I mean by that, raising your vibrations, is that we attract things on a certain frequency because we are all energy, right? Do you believe that you're a energy of a spiritual being experiencing a physical experience, right? We all feel that. I know. I'm sorry if I got anyone off. I was just also, I just feel like I'm energy. I'm just energy. I flow. I float. I'm going through the process of becoming all that I say that I am. So when I say who I am, that's because I am who I say I am. I'm doing the things. I am being the things. I am taking the actions. I'm doing what I need to do to get to that level. And that's how you create your blessings as well. See, I believe that there's a lot of people who create, everything that they want to experience in their life, and they do it out of flow without even realizing that they're creating all this abundance in their life. So they feel that they are creating an abundance because of the way that they flow, which is true. How if you're in a high frequency and you're constantly going and doing and being and having all the things that you want to experience in your life, you are free flowing. But there's something that happens when you just free flow. It's only for a matter of time. There's only a matter of time. You can only go so far. You're very limited because of the fact that you are God-like. You are your creator. You're the one who could keep that flow going and growing. You're the one who is responsible. How do you get to a high frequency? Hi, Diana. That's a very good question. So how do you get to a high frequency is by always being like, listen, if you having a bad day, Diana, because, me and you always, Delina says, you shall decree a thing and it shall be established. Right, exactly. Let me give you another tip here. Okay. It's very hard to have a high frequency, right? When you're feeling down and very, very low on yourself, or something happened, or someone said something and it made you frustrated, angry, or depressed, or you're feeling anger and you're feeling frustrated, angry, depressed, right? All these emotions that you're low level emotions. How do you get yourself on a high frequency? And the highest frequency is love, right? So there's a few things that you can do, Either you can look at a baby. A lot of people say, babies make you smile, make you feel love, make you feel joy, but there's other things that you can also do to get on a high frequency. Put on some music. Listen, I got a little secret. I love trap music. Like, I like trap music. I love my rap music, and, and I love Jesus and I love God, and there's nothing wrong with loving the music that you love, right? You can love trap music and love Jesus, right? And a lot of, our church goers are going to not agree with that. But however, it's getting into that high frequency. It's getting, hey, Mark, how you doing, love? It's getting into that frequency. Music is a good one, Diana says. Yes. Get into, I love music, put yourself some music, get you a glass of wine, start dancing, get your, whatever it is, go for a walk, get in tune with nature, get in tune with yourself, start doing things that you love to do. That is how you get into that high frequency. You will get into a high frequency when you're feeling whatever it is that you, like I said, I love trap music. I love, and it's so funny because you think that because, you're a spiritual person, you got to be this also saint, and, you cannot do a lot of things, which is not true at all. It's not, God, actually, a lot of these musicians and a lot of these people, they all made it to where they at because of being into that space, feeling that high frequency, loving the music, walking around, doing things you love to do, go out with a friend, all I can say, what puts me on a high frequency is music. I love music, and I also love 532 hertz, which is a frequency that gets you to that level. So if you look on YouTube, there's a lot of videos with the 532 hertz tune in there, and there's even hip hop frequencies as well. You use it to your, there's not a set way to do this. You do what feels right to you. What feels right to your core, what feels right to your inner being. See, what I like might not be what you like. However, what I'm putting here. Hi, Sabrina, how you doing? Hey, Ra, how are you? So what I'm saying is, get yourself on a high level, like whatever gets you to that high place where you feel a natural high, and you're just, doing all the things that you love to do. And that's what's going to get you on that high frequency. So when you get yourself on that high frequency, right? How do you create what blessings you want to come in? That's going to be the key, right? How do we manifest the blessings? How do we manifest the things that we want to come into our existence? Well, this is the key. Once you're on that high frequency and you're feeling good and you're doing what you love to do, that is when you're going to be able to visualize you being that who you say you are to your core. Who is it that you say to yourself in the mirror? Or do you feel about yourself? Who is that you feel you are? Bring that out, because that's who you are. You will know when you go within, when you sit in meditation, when you think about, who am I becoming? What am I here to do? Who am I to serve? That is when you know you are becoming. So when you get into a high frequency and you're feeling great and you're doing the things that you love to do, and you also start visualizing how you see yourself, who are you with, where do you live, what are you doing, who are you serving, you start visualizing all these things, and you keep that image in your mind of who you are, what you're doing, where you're going, and just be that. That's how you're going to create a blessing in your life. That's how you will create your manifestations to flow on in. However, there is a trick to this, because if you just forget about it. I know a lot of people say, just visualize and forget it. Yes, you don't constantly focus on how it's going to come in, where's it going to come in from, don't focus on the how, the when, the where, the who. Do not focus on that, Look at the outcome, but do not attach yourself to the outcome, because it might not even come out that way. It might come from left field, might come from another, way, another source. So be open to receiving from all sources of outcomes. So do not be attached to the outcome that you implanted in your mind of how it's going to come about or how it's going to be in place. Obviously, you have the desire, it needs to be fulfilled. So you put yourself into that frequency, and then you also visualize how that would make you feel. What would you be doing? Where would you go? What would you do? Who would you be with? And you keep yourself at that frequency, regardless to what is, and regardless to what's going on in your current reality right now. Delina says, what do you do and how do you maintain that high frequency while at the same time feeling like it's taking long to manifest your desires? It is wrong to put a time frame on your desires or not. Delina, no, it's not wrong to put a time frame on your desires, because it actually gives the universe more information that this is what you want and this is how you want it to come in. This is how much you need. Let's put it this way. Let's say money. I need $500,000 in the next 7 days. Straight up. I need $500 in the next 7 days. You put that in your mind. I need $500,000 in the next 7 days. So you're grateful for it. You cannot come from a place of lack. You cannot come from a place of not already having it, even though it's not in your existence. I know. We got to play with this a little bit. It has to be fun. The universe is constantly giving you what you want, because you're constantly creating in your mind what you don't want. So it gives you more of what you don't want versus what you do want. Right? Because we are constantly creating. Like right now at this moment, we are constantly creating. We are creating every moment to moment to moment to moment to moment to moment. So you can have a good thought in your head and you can say, I want to create this in my life and I want to see this experience. And then you turn around and you say, well, I don't see that happening. I don't know how that's going to happen. Or you start having doubts and fears and you start worrying. You're giving off two frequencies. So right there, you have a static energy going on, and the universe does not know what you want. So you're constantly getting a little here, a little there, a little here, a little there. So the universe doesn't know what you want, because the universe does not understand words. He understands emotions, vibrations. So what you constantly emotionally feeling, you say it with your words, you think it with your thoughts, and you feel the emotion is what creates the vibrations of that frequency to come in and match that which you are constantly focused upon. So regardless to what it is that you want, who you are is what you're constantly manifesting. So you ask, what do I do and how do I maintain that high frequency? Is by having good thoughts all the time. Now, is negative thoughts going to come in? Sure, they are. Is doubt, worry, fear going to kick in? Yeah, they are. It's just learning how to maintain and stay on a high frequency. And how you're able to stay in a high frequency is that when the doubt and the fear and the worry kick in, cancel that and let me create another positive thought. And another positive thought, and another positive thought. They say it takes about 16 seconds to create a positive thought, but I really actually feel it's only 3. It takes 3 seconds for you to come up with a positive thought. And then create that. Keep creating that positive thought. Like, okay, this is what I want. This is where I want to go. This is what I'll be doing. This is, just create it. Create it in your mind. Is there something, because I know this happens to everyone. So is there something that you thought of when you was a child and you kind of visualized and imagined that and it came upon when you was an adult? See, we are constantly manifesting. We are constantly creating. However, how we create what we want in our lives and how we create a blessing and a miracle to come in is by focusing and putting our intentions on that we want to experience. So you have to actually become it. Act as if it's already here. It's already yours. See, because when you visualized it and you've seen it in your mind's eye and you can hold it in your hand, it's already in place for you. You just have to align yourself into the frequency so that way you can get towards the people, places, things, events, and circumstances that's going to align you towards what you want. Delina. Oh, I'm so sorry. Delina says, thanks for the explanation. It makes perfect sense. And you're giving me a new perspective and understanding of creating our reality. I'm so grateful to have helped you, Delina. Zelina, if you'd like more, just like the page and like us so that way you can follow me and get more of my videos as well. I also have 2 other pages and platforms that I am going to be constantly going on as well, which is called Shift Setters, where we shift your perspective. And Healing Lights is where we heal the energies from past traumas, past struggles, situations, circumstances, and events that we, created in our life, because sometimes our ego can create a whole big mess for us, and we need to heal that energy within so that way we can move forward to our next level and our next step in life. And because we are constantly growing, we are constantly expanding and growing. We are forever growing and expanding. However, if you stay at a place where you cannot learn no more and your truth is your truth, then that is what you're going to be creating. So you can have the positive thoughts. You can think of yourself as, I'm a 7-figure earner. I have a fabulous home. I have a fabulous car. I'm serving people. I live well and everything's always for my well-being. However, you feel inside that you're not worthy and you're not deserving of these things. That's why you don't see the creation of your blessings coming on in, because of the fact that you still focus on the worry, doubts, and fears. So it's kind of like canceling every moment to moment that if you have a fear, a doubt, or worry, you have to cancel it as soon as it comes in and focus on a positive thought that is going to serve you so that way you can create the blessings into your life. And I know it may sound like, oh, well, how long is it going to take and how long, what do I need to do next? Really, you need to just go within. That's why I say, meditate. Meditation is where you're going to get your answers. It's going to give you that nudge to tell you what to do next, where to go. You're always being constantly guided. We're always guided. We're always being protected. We're always, having that support. However, if you don't if you do not go within and understand these impulses, then you can understand why your blessings is not coming in, because you're not following your inner voice. You're not following the guidance and the support that you have. See, we're steady looking outside for all the things that we want, when everything that we need and want, it's within us. It doesn't come from an outside source. It doesn't come from someone else. It comes from within us. So when we are constantly reminded that we own our own power to create what it is that we want, that's when we will understand how to create manifestations and blessings to come into our life. And manifesting and creating is the same thing. You can manifest something come in. It's the same thing as creating. They both have the same meaning, because we create what we want to experience in our lives by the thoughts that we keep in our mind, what we focus upon, the words that we constantly speak out of our mouth, what we say into ourselves, what we say to others, how we feel about others, how you feel about a certain thing, and then it will create the feeling and the emotions of those thoughts and those words you say. They will create an emotion within you that will vibrate on a frequency that will bring back to you that what you are feeling. So if you get yourself into that feeling, that being space, so just not only thinking the positive thoughts, not only saying the positive words would create your manifestation. It's the emotions that you embody. It is the feelings that you give off, that you are constantly vibrating on. When you constantly vibrate on a certain frequency, that is what you're going to manifest in your life. So do the words and thoughts, matter? Yes, they do, because those are the creation of the emotions that you're giving off. So you have to start thinking, speaking, and being, embodying that who you say you are. You want to be a seven-figure earner? Start acting, being, and doing the things that a seven-figure earner would do. You cannot let the fear, doubt, scarcity mindset stop you and sabotage you from fulfilling your desires, because that's why you cannot become a seven-figure earner, because of the fact that you already putting out and pushing that resistance of letting the flow of that seven-figure earner, the people, places, circumstances, events to happen and come in so you can be that seven-figure earner. Do you get me? Do you understand? It doesn't make sense to you. You have to be already that seven-figure earner. You have to embody that who you say you are. And that's how, listen, it's not going to come overnight. It may not just happen, just like poof, out of the sky, blue. It can happen. It can happen. I'm not saying that it won't happen to you. I'm not saying that, it's impossible, because even in impossible is written, I'm possible. So it is impossible. It's those thoughts, those feelings, those emotions that you are constantly repeating. See, because momentum begins when something is in repeated mode, repeated action, repeated words, repeated thoughts, repeated emotions. So whatever you're constantly repeating over and over and over and over picks up a momentum, and that is what's going to create the mess or the blessing. So whatever you focus on, whether it's good or bad, that is what you constantly focus on. That is what you constantly bring it into your experience, because of the fact that you are constantly thinking these thoughts, saying these words, feeling these emotions. So if that makes sense to you, do let me know, because we are an energy being. We also are physically here to live, to fulfill all of our desires. If you have a desire implanted in you, do you know that desire that came into you came from God? It's God's ways. It's not your ways. So stop getting it in your own way and start fulfilling those desires, because if it came into your mind or it came into your heart, it's for you. It is made for you, and you have to fulfill it. You have the support. You have the guidance. Words don't teach. Experiences do. Delina says, what and how is the correct way or module to meditate for new beginners? Is there a right and wrong way to meditate? No, there's not a right or wrong way to meditate. How do you silence your mind? Thoughts during this process? Delina, great questions. Great questions. So the correct way to meditate is going to take some time for you to get to this correct way of meditating. And basically the correct way of meditating, if you cannot get into this process, is just quieten the mind. Like you said, how do you quiet the mind? When there's a lot of chaos, how can you quiet your mind? If you're going through pains and struggles, because this is true to me, because of when I first started my journey, I know that with all the chaos and all the pains and everything that I was going through, it was hard for me to quiet my mind and just sit and breathe. So the correct way and the correct method of meditation is really sitting in silence, sitting in a quiet space where there's no distractions and you're just focusing on your breathing in and out. No thoughts coming in. And I know it's hard for thoughts, because thoughts just don't stop. You're going to continue to have thoughts come in. It's just not focusing or putting any attention into it unless it's a download. Now, downloads are thoughts, right? You can have a thought come in and be like, wow, that was a good thought I just thought of. That was something that can serve me. Hold it and then let it go. It's for you. However, it's just the stillness, the calmness, and just breathing and focusing on your breathing is what's going to help you to feel that inner peace, to feel the calmness, to feel the serenity. And that is what's going to help you to manifest things. It's going to help you to clear the noise out. It's going to make you feel, at ease, at peace with yourself. And that's the correct way to meditate. However, when you're a beginner and you have so much noise going on, you can focus on your breathing. And also, YouTube has a lot of guided meditations. You can, and it depends on you what type of meditation you want. Do you want to relieve stress? Do you just want some calmness? Do you want some, you just need to study, or, you need to get creative. There's all different types of meditation videos on YouTube just to get you started. But however, the best way to meditate is just being in a dark room where it's quiet. I know it sounds freaky, but, where it's quiet, where it's no distractions, and you can just focus on your breathing for 5, 10 minutes, 15, 20, however long it feels right for you. You have to go with what feels right for you. Diana says, yeah, she struggles with quieting my mind. I'm working on it. Yes, Diana, it is a struggle. It is a struggle when you first start, because of the fact that if you're new to meditating and you do not understand, just sitting there and it ain't no it's none of that, However, I'm sorry, I can get really silly sometimes. However, when you meditate, I know the first beginning, it was like I was just sitting there like, all right, I'm waiting for something to happen. I'm waiting for, my mind to just quiet, or I'm waiting for, some inner peace to just come in. And I started understanding that it's within us. It's how we feel within. And it's really, going within and focusing on your breathing. Yeah, Diana, I can get a little crazy sometimes. So it does take some practice. I'm not going to say, it's easy. Can you write down my notes to keep it in my notes, even on my thank you? Are you saying, can you write down on your notes? Yes, you can definitely write down on your notes. If what you're saying is, if you want to create your manifestations and you want to create your blessings, you definitely write them down. Definitely write them down first. That's the first thing you should do, is write them down. I got to the point, I'm so sorry. I got to a point where I don't have to write everything down. I constantly am in my being state. So I'm constantly being, but it's something important that when you do write things down, and be specifically clear on what that is, yes, there's magic in that as well. So, yes, Hussein, it's definitely, you want to have a note. and write things down. That definitely helps you out a lot. But like I said, mostly it's just being in a being state, you know. Yeah, but back into meditating, you know, you want to be in a state where you can just constantly, you know, just sit within, just listen to your breathing, focus on your breathing. And I'll give you a quick tip here on meditating. So when you're meditating, you want to sit in a quiet spot. You want to wear some comfortable clothes. You want to wear, you want to wear some comfortable clothes. You also want to be seated somewhere where you feel comfortable at. Whether you're sitting on a chair with your back straight up. Posture is very, Delina says she wants to get into my broadcast. Is that correct, Delina? Let me know, because I will, I will. If you have some questions you want to let me know if you want to come into the broadcast. But yeah, when you constantly in a place of meditating and you want to quiet that, you know, quiet your mind, wear some comfortable clothes, get into a dark space, create a sacred space. I'll share my sacred space with you guys. So this right here is my sacred space. This is where I come to meditate. I have my candles because I am going to be doing some meditations on chakras later. And that'll be another video for you guys on chakra clearing and opening and activating. And if you want to know more about that, please do leave it in the comments below and I'll make a video about it. However, I have my candles set up for tonight because I'll be doing some chakra cleansing. And this is my little sacred space. And as you can see, I have my sage that I always, you know, have to clear the space and the energy around my space before I get into meditation. I also have a few crystals here. I have a few crystals here that I use. Now, this is the necklace that I use all the time. I use that necklace all the time. I go everywhere with that necklace. So as I'm not out today, I also have mirrors. I love mirrors. And see, this is my sacred space. I have my pillow right here, my little rug. This is my sacred room. You know, I have my room I put the things that makes me feel good, that makes me, you know, get into that frequency that I feel one with God. I feel oneness. I feel that He is supporting and guiding me. So this is my space where I get close to Him and me and Him can build our relationship. See, there's one thing knowing God, but there's another thing when you have a relationship with God. See, and that's where people say, you know, I pray for this, I'm praying for that, and my prayers are not being answered. Or, you know, I ask God for this and I ask God for that. Or I don't feel God is in my life, but God is in your life. And He's always supporting and guiding you. However, you're not listening. You're not going within. You're not feeling Him. Diana says, yes, love to hear more about that. Yes, Diana, I'll do a video on chakra healing activation. I'll do that on Healing Lights page. I don't know if I have you as a member there. I haven't seen you over there, but I just started that page, so I'll make sure I'll add you, so you'll get that video as well. Because there's something about clearing your energies that really helps you to unblock the things that you want to manifest in as well. See, we have wheels of energy within us. Like I said, I can go in deep, but I don't know if this audience is ready for it. But Delina says, LOL, yes, but not today. I am learning, just being your student today, Angie. I think I pressed that by accident. Oh, okay, no problem, Delina. Whenever you want to join me live, you may. Add me. Okay, yes, Diana, I will add you, because there is you have some energy unblocks. Yes. I believe that many of us who are constantly trying to manifest things from coming in, and we stay on that high frequency, we get all wild, and you know, we get ourselves to that high frequency. And I know this to be true because I play this in my life as well. You try to get into that high frequency, and you're in your energy space, and you're creating a high energy, but you're not manifesting the things you want to come in because you feel that there is, hey Dottie, how are you? You're always feeling that there's something stopping you, or someone stopping you, or something in the way, right? And obviously, which is true, there is always something or someone in the way. So we have to learn how to let go and release them, that, it, whatever it is, right? So there is some definitely work you need to do within to heal yourself, so that way you can move forward and release that, let it go, so that way you can manifest the things you want to come into your reality. So, yeah, I mean, is there anything else? Am I missing out? Sometimes, like I said, when I do these spirit-led, I get all over the place because I'm in spirit and I'm coming from the heart, and, being in your heart center. Coming from your heart center is really what creates the blessings and miracles into your life. When you come and you do things with your heart's mind, do things with your heart mind. See, your ego mind is only made to create. It's only there to create. It's not there to think. It's not there to do. It's not there to be. It's not. It's just there to create. But when the ego is in full control and does not know how to create, because it's fully in its thinking that it's its own power and it's there to control and do and be and have, you start getting all confused because the ego mind does not know how to do things or what to do. It's only there to create your manifestations. It's there to create your imaginations. It's there to put all the visualizations and all the puzzles together that you want to be, do, and have. It's there to create that atmosphere, that environment, that circumstance, that event, that what you want to come in. That is what it's there for. But you do things and you come from your heart and you move with your heart. And that's how the manifestations and blessings will come in. So Delina says, when you have set aside a quiet space for yourself, how do you keep it off limits to others in a household with other occupants, just to avoid negative energy invading your space? Can one also share your quiet space with others, then want to meditate as well, or should each one have their own space? Well, each one should have their own space. However, if you're doing it in a group setting, that's awesome. You can definitely all be together in that space. You can have others in your space when they're meditating, as long as you have some sage, so you can burn off their energies and clear off their energies before you put yourself in your energy into that space. So I don't share my space with no one. I'm very selfish about my space. This is why, I created this room to be my space, because I do need to be away. Now, I'm a mother of 4. I'm also a grandmother to 3, and I have my 3 granddaughters here. And, they're right now out there in the living room and stuff. However, yes, my space is very sacred. I do not let anyone come into my sacred space, because that is where I come to get my guidance, my knowledge, my wisdom from my source. And that to me is very sacred. So I do not let anyone's energies get near my space. And I protect my space and my energy. So I do not let anyone come near that space. And just to avoid the negative energy, get that sage. Like I said, get that sage. Get that sage and start saging around your house, saging around yourself. And I believe it will release and remove all the energies that's unserving to you. So, yeah, Delina, that's others in the house. I was just making sure I answered all your questions. So you can share your space as long as the person that you're sharing your space has great energy. And if it's a spouse or your children, then those are people you can share your space with. But if it's anyone else than that, I believe that you should, create a space just sacred for you, just for you. However, if the person has high energy and you feel very good vibes, then yes, you can share your space with that person. Diana says, can you help with unblocking via phone or in person better? I'm in London. Yes, I know you in London, Diana. And you're too far to pop by. Yes, I know, Diana. But we're gonna have to do something to get together, Diana, because we share a lot of similar interests. So we definitely have to get together. Let's not make the distance be setting stuff up so we cannot see each other. But let's see. Can I help you via through the phone or in person? I can do it through the phone. I don't really think that it matters whether you're on phone or in person, because I believe that when two people get together and they both have the same beliefs, and you are giving your energy to that person, and they raise their energy to match yours, it doesn't matter where you are. I don't even think you have to even be in even being in that same space with that person. I don't even think that person, I know it sounds weird, but it's true. And I know this to be true because I've done it, where I'm not in the same room, or I'm not even talking with the person online or on the phone, just connecting with them telepathy. Do you know that that's how people used to connect and talk before the phone came into existence? People were connecting through telepathy. So if I have a belief that I can heal you, and you believe that to be true, I can heal you, because I know that I can heal you if I healed myself, and I know what works for me, and I know what will work for you. I can heal you. So yes, we have to please. That would be great. Let's talk soon. Yes, we sure will, Diana. I would appreciate that. Yes, Diana, we can always connect whenever you want. It's the message me. We'll talk later on that. So definitely, we need to collaborate as well. So, we need to do a little collaboration. Yes. So let's connect. There are some things that, it may, to some people may sound woo-woo and all of this, especially with me saying, yeah, I love trap music and I love Jesus. I know it sounds woo-woo, but at the same time, who said you couldn't live your life, your best life? You were born, you came here with a plan. You just don't know that plan yet. So you have to realign yourself with that plan and live out your best life. Like, it's so simple. We just complicate things. We as humans complicate things. Why? Because of the convicted beliefs, all the stress, all the struggles, all the pains, all the BS that we put onto ourselves and gets put onto us. So because of all of that is what really creates all that mess. Delina says, yes, you have Angie in a very crystal. Hold on. Yes, you have Angie in a very crystal and in-depth manner. For your info, I am definitely going to buy a special bulb for my floor and keep that room off limit, no access granted to anyone. Yes, that's what I do, Delina. Lock that room down. Hey, Joelle, how are you, babes? Yes, lock it down. I do that too. I had one of them deadbolts at one point where I didn't want no one coming in my room. Like, I made it a mandatory. You cannot go in that room. That is my sacred space. And until they got to understanding that was my room, they cannot go in, then I'm able to not even lock it no more. I'm even able to leave the door open without no one entering, because of the fact that, I have my things in a set place, and I like things in a set way and in order, so I know if anyone comes in my room or anything. So I'm pretty glad that, I got this chance to even speak to you guys today and bring all this forth. So Diana says, thanks for this today, Angie. Appreciate it, and timing is perfect. You popped up for a reason. I sure did, Diana. I thank you. I honor you for coming on as well. So thank you very much as well. I'm grateful to be able to speak these things now, when just a few years ago I was going through a lot of hurt, struggle, turmoils, and really striving for who I am wanting to become. So there were certain things that I was doing that I thought was meant for me, but it actually was a purpose for me to go through what I went through so that way I can align with who I truly am. So that's why I say don't ever hesitate to go and step out in faith in what it is that you want to do. Regardless if you don't know what or how you're supposed to do it, just do it. Just show up, because it will lead you to where you're supposed to be. You're always on purpose. Always on purpose when you go within. When you go within and you really, go within, then, you're always led to what you're supposed to be doing. You're always on purpose. So, yes. Thank you all. I just wanted, to come on really quick. I feel like I've been in here for quite a while. Yes, I've been here for an hour. It didn't even feel like an hour. But I am so grateful and appreciative for you guys jumping on, for all the questions, and, for this time for us to connect. And as well, like I said, I'm truly grateful that I came on here to bless someone, because that was my purpose, was to come on here. I felt spiritually led to come in and serve, what I was led to serve. And, so I'm grateful for that. Joelle says, good to see you sharing your wisdom, words of wisdom. Thank you, Joelle. I'm always coming in here and giving food for thought, and helping people to realign to who they truly are and innate that within themselves, embrace and embody who you are and what you're made for. Don't have that YOLO life. You only live once. Have the best life. Create and live your best life. Because you're always forever growing and expanding. And Diana says, was a valuable hour, so thank you. Thank you, Diana. I know, I can't believe I was even on here for an hour. I didn't even think I was going to be on here that long. Delina says, I woke up stressed, anxious, mind cluttered, and uncertain about blessings, manifestations, and high frequency. This has been informative and eye-opening. Thank you so much. I'm logging off with a new... No, hold on. I'm logging off with a new understanding and clarity. Delina, I'm so grateful and honor. I'm so grateful and honor to have been a part of that blessing for you. Like I said, I was spirit-led. Delina, then this was for you. This was definitely for you. This was definitely for you. Because it was in spirit. It was in spirit. And I don't believe we even friends, Delina, are we? I don't know if we're friends or not, but we're definitely gonna have to add each other now that we go together. My mentor always says that we go together. And it's true. When someone comes into your life and can pour some inspiration, some guidance, some wisdom, some knowledge into you, and you're asking for this, you meant to be together. You're meant for someone to come into your life and bring this up into you, because you unaware of all the greatness that you have inside. And you are so great. You just don't know that yet. You are full of wisdom and knowledge, and you are full of greatness, and you are so deserving and worthy of all of this, that you don't have to be stressed, anxious, or feeling all these emotions. Those are all fears and worries and doubts that's holding you back from your true self, because there's something great in you that's happening. And what's going on right now is that you just are not aware of the greatness that you have within you. And you need to start looking at yourself as you are great. Start being that. Start embodying that. Don't let no one come to you and tell you who you ain't. If you know who you are, you stick to that belief and that truth, and you go on with that. Because those who say that you are not who you think you are not meant to be in your life or in your circle. I don't care if it's your own parents. I don't care if it's your children. I don't care if it's, it sounds harsh. Yes, but sometimes you need to let go of certain people to become the greatest version of yourself, because not everyone that's with you is meant for you. Start being great, like Diana says, and fear does hold us back. Yes, it does, but it's false. It's things that we create in our own mind, assumptions that we put in our mind that ain't even true. It's not true. No worry, no doubt, no fear. Don't. Because God does not work in that. God does not give you that. That does not come from God. God does not give you fear, doubts, worry, pains, and struggles. He does not. He gives you love. And we have, I'm going to go into deep. Listen, I've been on here for an hour, guys, and I am so grateful for those of you who joined me live, those of you who are going to catch the replay. I feel like I completed my purpose for coming on this live broadcast with Delina and Diana as well. So I'm so grateful to have this space to connect with you guys. Like look at now, look at what's being able to happen. I'm here to speak to Diana from London, Hussein's from, I think, Bangladesh, I think he's from, all over the world, the globe. We're able to connect. The best times are now. So why are you living in pains and struggles when we're elevating, expanding, and growing? Who's shrinking? Don't let that lie be your truth. Don't let lies be your truth. Own your truth. Know your truth. And become your truth. Could listen to you all day. It was awesome. Oh, thank you so much, Diana. Diana, I got a lot of things going in the works, like podcasts and all this stuff. Hey, Mark, how you doing? Thank you for joining. I have a lot of great things coming on. Oh, you're from Tunisia? Did I say that right? Where is that, Hussein? Where is that? There are so many great things that you can be doing with your life. So do not short-term yourself. Do not live your full life at 25 and cap out there. Do not live your best life at 20. I think I love how that just came out. Do not live your best life at 25 and cap out and think that that's your whole life. From Tunisia. Okay, all right. Do not hold back any regrets, any hurts, or any past traumas to define who you are today, because all those things was lessons and blessings for growth. North Africa, Delina. Wow. Oh, Tunisia is in North Africa. Oh, okay. Wow, look at that. Listen, guys, I am so grateful for you guys joining me live. I'm so grateful to have this experience, because it really shows me that anything is possible when you set your mind to it, when you put your mind to it and you move forward. And that allowed me to create so many blessings in my life. I've been your global girl. Yes, girl. Yes. We're getting out there. And like I said, this is the beginning. This is just the beginning. Do you know what it's going to look like? Do you even know? Like, I have so much plans and so much goals, and they're coming to fruition. It's just step by step, just going, taking action, showing up, going through the process, owning who you truly are, becoming who you are, and being humble about it, being humble about it, because what I'm doing, it's not for me. It's not for me. It's for others. It's for others. I get the fruitful of who I am becoming and what I do for me. But what I do for me, I give to others so they can receive it, because that's where your blessings come from. Well, I'm originally from Nambia, which is South Africa, but I live in Houston, Texas now, Angie. Oh, okay, great, girl. That's great. Yes, the future's looking awesome, girl. Keep showing up. You're owning it. Listen, we have to own it. We have no choice but to own our power. And us as women, we have... Oh, girl, Diana, I'm getting ready to go deep. Listen, I love this time that I spend with you guys, but I really have to go. And I tried, to stay on as much as I possibly can. Thank you, Diana, for all the hearts and likes. We'll connect very soon. Diana, instant message me so that way we can connect and come up with some things as well. But listen, It's been an honor to come on and express my, how can I say this? Because, this has been a blessing to me. I became and owned who I was in some very dark times in my life. In a very dark place in my life, I owned my power and decided no more. I decided that this was going to be no more. I made this necessary steps. I took the necessary actions, and I aligned myself to who I truly am. And that's how the blessings are pouring in. We create our own blessings. So don't face your reality. I know it might sound, unrealistic, but really don't face your reality unless it's something that you want to keep creating. So if your reality is looking like how you want it, then keep recreating that. Because if your life is looking like the struggles that you had in 2015 or 2014, 2013, or maybe last year, if your struggles are still looking like that, then stop focusing on that and recreate a new story. Recreate your new life and start living that. Okay? Bye, Diana. Iron sharpens iron. You're sharpening us through this podcast to harness our integrators. I'm so grateful. Delina. I'm so grateful and honor. So remember that the power is within you. You have the power to create, control, and own who you truly are. So with that said, like I say in each and every one of my videos at the end, if what I said resonate with you, amazing. However, you know that you have this power within you. So go out there and be your greatness. Go out there and be the greatest version of yourself. Own your power. Own your light. Know who you are. Go within and shine bright like the diamonds you are. I love you all. I'm so grateful for sharing this time with me. And with you guys. I'm so grateful for me sharing my time with you guys. And, I wish I could stay on a little longer, but I also have my grandbabies that are keep coming in and out the room. Like, when are you going to come out? All right. I love you guys. Namaste, my friends. You have a great day. Blessed Tuesday. And let's go out there and let's create our blessings, okay? So let's just start being who we are blessed to be, okay? Start being who you are blessed to be. I love you all. Namaste.